name is Alysha Preston, and I'm going to be recording for SPD 100 Online. My topic is going to be sexual education in public schools. Today I'm going to explain to you all why sexual education should be taught and the types of topics that should be included in this course. I would like for those with children and even those without children to gain a better understanding of what the course entails, and also to understand better why the course should be taught and things that should be included in the course. Imagine your 14-year-old has just came home from school and they hand you this permission slip. It states that the teacher has asked that your child to be enrolled in a new sexual education course being offered in the school. You're a bit hesitant, but you still don't know which box to check. Hopefully, you check yes, and I'm here to explain why you should feel confident in your choice. First, I would like to explain exactly what the course is about and its objectives. Sexual education is a course about relationships and bodies. It is the process of acquiring information and forming attitudes and beliefs about sex, sexual identity, and relationships and intimacy between young people. It helps to develop their skills in all aspects of life, such as conversational skills, work skills, skills dealing with classmates, workmates, and other people that they deal with on a daily basis. It helps them feel confident and competent in their choices in all areas and walks of life. It's very important that when they make these decisions that they make them in an educated and informed manner. When they follow all the following guidelines, it helps to protect them from abuse, exploitation from unwanted persons and or agencies, and also helps to prevent unintended and unwanted pregnancies. The biggest issue that it should help to prevent is sexually transmitted diseases and HIV and AIDS. The course has clearly defined objectives and goals which it must adhere to decide whether or not the course is effective. It should reduce negative outcomes of sexual behavior like pregnancy and diseases, and also it should help to produce healthier, long-lasting relationships between teenagers and their parents and other friends. And most importantly, most of these courses are optional, and parents have the option to have their child not to participate in the course if they feel that their child is not ready for whatever reason. According to Avert, a charity providing help to AIDS patients, Sex Education Network should help young people develop skills to differentiate between accurate and inaccurate information, discuss a range of moral and social issues, and perspectives on sex and sexuality. Next, I would like to explain the two types of courses usually taught. The first type is abstinence only. In this course, schools only teach abstinence as the only and best practice form of contraception. It was first initiated by President Bush, in which he assigned a $133 million budget in February 2002. All states were eligible to receive the funding, but if the state chose not to adopt the rules and guidelines with the program, then they would forfeit all funding for any sexual education course, regardless if it was abstinence only or another practice program. California was one state that did choose not to have their students be enrolled in these types of courses. It does have its advantages, though. It helps to reduce out-of-wedlock childbearing. According to weight training, young women who take a virginity pledge are less likely to have a child out of wedlock when compared to similar young women who do not take these same pledges. Also, it helps to reduce teen sexual activity, and the biggest thing that it prides itself on is to promote healthy and effective communication and relationships. The course also has its disadvantages. At times it can be false. Students are unaware of other topics. They only talk about abstinence and how to avoid sexual encounters. They never go into explaining other forms of contraceptives, risk associated with having multiple partners or being sexually active. All of those things are eliminated in this course. It also instills a sense of fear into children. It's misleading. Children are uninformed about subjects. They don't know everything that entails about a certain topic. They're also taught that abortion can lead to one being sterile and could later cause them to commit suicide in life. Also, that gay male teenagers have tested positive for AIDS, and that touching a person's genitals can result in one becoming pregnant. And they're also not aware of other forms of contraceptives such as birth control, condoms, and everything like that that should also be mentioned. The second type of course is Abstinence Plus, which is the more common program that you see in public schools. It is a sex education program that advocates abstinence, but it also provides education for those students who do choose to be sexually active. As with abstinence only, it does have its advantages. It provides accurate information about sex. It does mention abstinence as the best offered program, but offers a range of many other safe sex choices. Usually those who enroll in these types of courses are less likely to engage in risky behavior only because they know what's associated with doing these types of things, so they know, well, if I do this, this is what's going to happen to me. Some disadvantages associated with the course are, at times it may encourage children to be sexually active because they would like to know, well, what is it like to have sex, or will I be cool, or will I be popular if I participate in these types of activities. Many parents feel it does not provide age-appropriate information because kids could be learning things beyond their years when they're not ready for them. Also, experts say that it does not reduce the problems associated with teenagers, such as teenage sexual activity. Lastly, we will look at parents' feelings about these courses. Above all, parents would like for their children to have the best possible, accurate, reliable, trusted sources about knowledge on sexual education. Parents want teens to be taught to delay sexual education until they're married or in a relationship where it's committed and consensual, or even close to marriage. Parents would also like for topics to be age appropriate. An example of this could be young children in elementary school should learn about their vulnerability to sexual predators and where babies come from and how we develop as humans. Older children in middle school and high school should learn about things such as STDs, HIV and AIDS, contraceptives, risk of pregnancy, and all things in that area. According to National Public Radio, 51% of parents believe that teenagers will ultimately make their own decisions, so their education needs to be more in the form of providing information and guidance rather than hiding and not telling things to them. Parents also hope that these type of courses encourage conversations between them, encourage their children to come and ask questions, not to feel as though they're afraid to come to their parents and say, hey mom, or hey dad, I have a question and I just wanted to ask you. In conclusion, I hope that you all have gained a better understanding of why sexual education should be taught and the importance of it. And also, I hope you understand some types of topics that should be included in this course. In closing, I would like to say, no matter your choice of the type of course offered or preference in who teaches your child, young people need some type of access to accurate information on sexual education. So I hope that after all of the information I've provided to you today, you decide to enroll your child in that class being offered in their school. Thank you.